This storm, is it a coalesced and real storm? Is it one of those big long fronts that just gets in the way?
It's kind of a combination of both, Tom. We have low pressure that's pretty much over us right now here in New York, and it's picking up some very deep moisture. There's a lot of moist air coming up from the Gulf, almost unusually so. Plus we have the cold air coming in from the northwest. That's why the storm is so elongated and impacting states all the way from Florida up to the Canadian border.
Out on Twitter last night, I know you were out looking at this as well, everybody's screaming about, is this a nor'easter? And a lot of the pros like you were saying, no, we're way ahead of that. It's not a nor'easter.
Well, officially it's a nor'easter. When the center of low pressure moves off the coast, we're likely to see that. But the main thing to note is that this is a massive winter storm that will impact tens of millions of people that are traveling today.
Where will the travel be most difficult?
I think right here in the New York area, Philadelphia possibly, into Baltimore. We're seeing icy conditions in the western Piedmont of North Carolina, western Virginia, and then heavy snow in northwest Pennsylvania and upstate New York. Could see a foot of snow.
And Indiana, you can see the snow now near Notre Dame and South Bend. That snow in Indiana moves into Pennsylvania. Do we get snow in New York? Do we get snow in Boston?
What we're going to get in New York is possibly some snow flurries as we go into the evening hours with really strong wind. The air here is just a little too warm for that. We're so close to the water here, and that influences whether we see rain or snow. This is going to be more of a rain event for coastal cities in the Northeast.
I have a question. Can you put this storm into context with other winter storms that we've seen throughout the years? Is there any change in the way that this storm is behaving, and maybe put it into a larger context about climate change?
Well, you know, I don't think there's too much of a difference in the way this storm is behaving. It's almost a classic storm. I think it could have been a lot worse if the air was colder. Depending on the track of the low, we could have seen this as more of a snow event for travelers and more of an ice event as well, which is very difficult to travel in ice. But overall, it's the timing. It's having the storm on the day before Thanksgiving that really makes it significant.
Gilbert, jump in here.
One quick question that I think everybody wants to know in New York, especially, what's going to happen with the Thanksgiving Day parade? Will the balloons be able to fly or not?
Loaded question.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it doesn't look good because we have very strong wind gusts, you know, across much of that region, and there are parameters on how the giant character balloons, how much they can fly, and if those gusts do exceed a certain number, we're likely to see that not happen.
It's supposed to be sunny though tomorrow.
Yes, yes, bright skies tomorrow, very sunny, but the problem
is with a lot of wind.
Yeah, the wind. It's not the rain.